Hi, my name is Mike, the owner of Waypoint Adventure Products. If you're watching this video, you likely just bought one of our Dakar fairings. Welcome to the Waypoint Adventure family. In this video, I will be walking you through the installation of your new Gen 1 KLR 650 Dakar fairing. Our Dakar fairing was designed and built based off of my 1999 KLR 650. It was a lightly used low mileage example and true to original form. While we did our best to ensure our Dakar fairing would fit all Gen 1 KLRs, you might experience some inconsistencies with your KLR. We need you to be honest with yourself in regards to the condition of your bike. Let's face it, Gen 1 KLRs have seen many moons. Please understand that in some cases, trimming and adjustments may be required to achieve a good fit on your KLR 650. Tools you will need: 1. A drill with a 6.5mm or 1/4 inch drill bit. 2. Spring clamps or equivalent, not required but makes installation easier. 3. 4mm Allen wrench. 4. A 3mm Allen wrench. 5. A 10mm wrench or socket, but it may not be required. And 6. A scribe or a marker and tape. Now you're ready to get started, and thank you for your patronage. We hope you enjoy the installation process, and soon you will be rewarded with a completely new look and attitude for your KLR 650. Now get to work. The installation of your Dakar fairing should take roughly an hour. The first thing you need to do is remove all your old bodywork. Start with removing the front turn signals, followed by the headlight fairing and tank shrouds. Save the bottom bolts from the radiator and coolant reservoir. These are the only two bolts that will be reused. Also set aside the radiator grill to be reinstalled later. Keep the turn signal mounts installed, but leave them loose until later. Now we get to the good stuff. Start by turning the handlebars to full lock left or full lock right. Now take the windshield and place it over the headlight. With one of the M6 bolts provided, screw it into the lower mounting hole underneath the headlight, but only tighten slightly until later. Continue to use the new hardware provided and install the upper left and right windshield mounting bolts. With all three bolts installed but left loose, you should be able to wiggle the windscreen. This will help with alignment for the side panels. Reinstall the radiator grill, but don't install the lower bolt like I did. And also, don't install the bracket in front of the grill. Also install the upper mounting bracket using one of the two M5 bolts on top of the gas tank. Place the new lower left stainless steel mounting bracket between the grill and the radiator, with the short side facing forward. Take the original bolt and reinstall it, but only tighten it enough that the bracket can still move freely. Onto the side panel. Start with installing the 3D printed peg using an M6 bolt fed through the existing hole, but only hand tighten for now. After you're done with the 3D printed peg, place one of the pre-cut foam strips along the narrow edge of the side panel where it will come in contact with the fuel tank. We find starting at the bottom next to the peg works best. Once you have the foam in place, Firmly press along its length to ensure good adhesion. Now take the panel and place it onto the bike, lining up the peg with the factory rubber grommet on the tank. Push on the peg bolt until you feel the head of the peg lock into the rubber grommet. Using a couple of spring clamps will be helpful by holding the side panel to the windshield where they overlap. With the clamps in place, shift the top of the panel to line up with the ledge on the windshield. Make sure you have a consistent fit where the panel meets the fuel tank. If the bottom is too tight, you can shift the peg bolt slightly to help with the alignment. Check the alignment at the top again to ensure fitment is consistent. When you are happy with the alignment, have your drill ready with a 6.5mm or 1/4 inch drill bit. With your fingers clear of the center hole, hold the two pieces together and drill through that center hole into the windshield underlap. Take one of the supplied M6 nut and bolt and insert through the hole you just drilled. Only make it finger tight for now. Check the top alignment again. When you are happy with the position, tighten the center bolt you just installed to lock the two pieces together. If you ended up using the spring clamps, you can remove them now. With everything lined up, drill the front and rear bolt holes, ensuring to keep your fingers clear and that the panels don't shift. Only light pressure is needed to drill through the plastics. We like to install each bolt as we go to ensure nothing goes out of alignment. The serrated lock nuts work so well that you likely won't need to use the 10mm wrench on the nut. You will feel the nuts lock in with your fingers when you tighten the bolt with the 4mm Allen wrench. If you don't have a scribe to use, place some painter's tape on the inside of the panel where the brackets meet the panel. With the bracket firmly fastened to the bike, push the bracket to the inside of the panel where it makes full contact. Once good contact is established, take your scriber marker and mark through the hole in the bracket onto the inside of the side panel. Repeat this step for the lower bracket mounts as well. Once you have marked the upper and lower bracket mounting holes on the inside of the side panels, remove the panel from the bike. Using the 6.5mm or 1/4 inch drill bit from before, drill both of the marked locations from the inside of the panel. After you have drilled both the upper and lower mounting bracket holes, reinstall the side panel onto the bike. Only finger tighten all the fasteners until all of them have been installed. Once you have the fasteners installed, go around again and tighten them all. Don't forget to check the radiator, coolant reservoir, and windshield bolts. Now that you are done the left side, repeat the same steps for the right side panel. Once you are completely done, we recommend you check that all the fasteners are tight again. With your fairing fully installed, go ahead and reinstall your turn signals, just the way you do on the factory setup. With the turn signals reinstalled and wiring connected, check to see that your turn signals are working correctly before you hit the road. You're all done and good to go. Thanks again for supporting Waypoint Adventure products. We hope to see you out on the trail. Now go for a ride.